Hello, my name is Sarah Donohue. I am honored and grateful to be a part of this Global Somatics Day, and I just want to extend my gratitude to all of those who are participating in it and creating this global community of good. So I am a Certified Laban Movement Analyst with Integrated Movement Studies, and I'm now on faculty with IMS as well, certifying people in the Laban Bartenieff work. I am also a dancer. My inroad to movement and to somatics is through dance. I'm an associate professor of dance at Utah Valley University. But I would say that my first inroad to somatics was probably through play as a young toddler, which might be perhaps all of our inroads to movement and to somatic practices was through play. So I have been researching play, specifically how it integrates with the rigor of the technique studio, the dance technique studio, and noticing how when we integrate play into this rigorous environment that we improve cognition, we lower stress, we motivate, create joy, and learning increases, and the benefits are numerous. So that has been my my focus the past several years, and I've started to really become curious about how we might be able to embody a playful mindset. So even if we're not engaging in play itself, perhaps we have to go to a stressful meeting or have a difficult conversation or just go food shopping or daily chores, how we might cultivate playfulness in our tissues and in our bodies, and if that could do something for us on the grand scale of things. So as we know, when children have their needs met, food, shelter, water, safety, they play freely. And as adults, we tend to lose this playfulness. It's still available to us. Like much of our somatic practices, I think it's a process of remembering what it feels like to play. And I've started to really look at how we can take a cluster of playful aspects, and I'm using the Laban Bartenieff framework that I'm teach and I'm very familiar with to observe children. I'm very blessed to have a child of my own that I get to observe. I thought it would be appropriate to bring this to you from the back playroom of our house, where there's lots of evidence of how play unfolds physically. So I observe children, my own and others, as they play, and I've started observing my students who are more adults as they play and engage in play. And I've put together some elements that I feel like are present, and just want to acknowledge that play is socio-cultural, it's individual, it's contextual. It is based on our experiences, and how we play is a culmination of our life events. But if I take like a broad zoom out of what is happening physically when we play, I've come up with some ideas that I'd like to offer today. And so if you are able to, and if you would like to, I'll just kind of talk you through this cluster of playful elements or attributes through the framework of body, effort, shape, and space, and you can take them into your bodies however you want to. Physically, through sensation, more mentally, and then just kind of noticing what's happening within your body. So what I've noticed is happening physically as we embody play is a sense of breath. And if you want to come into your body for a moment. And again, you can be in any position, standing, sitting, whatever you need. And thinking about how this sense of breath can be very porous. And when I see this happening in playful moments, I feel like the skin is porous. I feel like the cells are open, and I almost perceive like bubbles traveling through the body. It feels very alive, very active. There's a lot of motility present in a playful person, in a person who is playing. But children are so active in their cores, and the breath is very present. And I think we can just touch base with this, as we often do in many of our somatic practices, but allowing the breath to come in and come out, but also to maybe travel in this little effervescent way through the body, this like bubbliness of activity and aliveness. When I listen to my son playing, when he's like imagining in his own world, I hear through his voice this sense of and it's this kind of sprightly, active, bubbly sense of breath. And I can hear the breath support in him because he's making sound. And I offer that to you in this sense of letting the breath come into the body, but in this bubbly way. So this allows us to have this motility. And if you want to bring a little sense of wiggliness to your spine, your core being very active, and the breath supporting your core and also supporting a really alive and active pelvis and torso and head. So these three places, head, almost like a little snow person, head, torso, pelvis, they are very engaged and interactive and alive with each other through this breath support. Okay, moving into effort. What I perceive in effort is, and this is again like a broad view of what can happen during play, but I often see a real sense of like groundedness, especially in children as they play. So a sense of their weight, that they are like connected to the earth, and they get up and they get down. And so maybe taking this into your own body, this weight sensing, and you can see me kind of bouncing up and down. So sensing the weightiness of your body. And in Laban Bartenieff work, we call this weight sensing. So I am like actively saying like, this is my body, I feel it, and I can do something with it, right? So that sensation, that inner sensation of I can feel my body is actually something that we lose sometimes. We lose a sense of our embodiment. But I see in play that children are very like embodied with this sense of weight and flow. So grounding is weight sensing with flow. And if we think of flow, we can connect it back to our bubbly breath coming in and out, the porous opening of the tubes and closing of the tubes. So I have this sense of grounding. And then what I often see in play, and if you want to take this into your own body, notice what it feels like, is a real attention to the environment, to the space around you. So our space effort and our free flow might be a baseline for play. And it's called remote state in Laban world, but thinking about how flow and space really gives us a sense of being like awash in our feelings. I'm in my sense of feeling, and I'm attending to my environment. So it's me and my environment, my feelings and my environment. And the sense of space might be like a very active, I'm here and I'm aware of my surroundings. And it might also be honing in on like something very specific, as you see children just kind of go zoop, and all their focus goes toward one place. So try this on in your bodies, this sense of flow where the energy is going out and it's going in, and we can also control the energy, closing the tubes. I'm tinkering with this toy, turning it over in my hands, I'm controlling it and very precise with it. And my attention to space is very acute. I'm attentive to my environment all around me, noticing what that feels like. And of course, in play, there's moments of time, effort, and everything is present, but this is just what I feel is maybe sort of a baseline for play. One thing that tends to leave during children's play, at least, is a sense of clock time. So you get lost in the moment, which might feel like spell drive, where there is no time, and you're engaged completely in this thing, and then, whoa, an hour went by, right? Time flies when you're having fun. So I think we sometimes lose sense of like clock time, but I see lots of active change of time effort within play. So taking this sense of your free flow and your attention towards space and bringing in a sense of carving. And this is from our shape category. So in play, we often tinker, we move things around, we look at them from a different perspective, three-dimensionally, right? And so real active physical play, I believe, is a different thing than, poking at a screen and playing in that way, or even like video game play. But active three-dimensional play has a sense of carving three-dimensionally. So taking this into your body for a moment, and I think it is with the hands that we carve a lot in play, but I invite you to take it into your head and your pelvis as well, so that the spine is very active and carving. And you can certainly see this mobility and activity in children as they whoosh, go sitting or propelling with their pelvis. So this activity of carving through the hands, through the feet, but also through the spine, which I think can take us to really allowing for shaping to happen in our torsos. This active and alive shaping of the torso is very present in playful children, right? And so can we take that into our adult bodies a little bit? This motility and this activity of my torso, this availability and this vitality and motility to go and to move or to sit and to be, okay? And then lastly, just maybe gathering these sensations. So if you want to check in with what you feel like right now, if you've moved through these different aspects of embodying play, and noticing the sensation of it. What does it feel like to you? And I really think this is all individual. I don't think what it feels like to me will be the same for anyone else. But the sensation of having a playful mindset or embodying play, what does it feel like in your body right now? And then the next question is, how does this relate to space, right? How do we connect this to our environment and to our kinespheres? And that's really what I have to offer you today. And just, I think, maybe notice how these sensations and vibrations and changes, how you engage, how you engage with them, how you might take them into other parts of your life so you can approach life playfully. Thank you. I wanted just to close with why I love somatics, why I love teaching somatics. I am perceiving a need in young people, my students, and really all people, to slow down, to dismantle perfectionism, to sense and feel their bodies more, and to reconnect with their tissues and their experiences. So this is why I love teaching somatics and engaging in it myself. Okay, thank you.